Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Atlas. In this video, I'm going to be going over how much SafeMoon do you need in order to retire. Please keep in mind that some of this information is a bit speculative because you do have shifting of certain mechanics over time. For example, inflation rates, the adoption curve. So because of those standards, this is a general guideline. Don't take this fully to heart. And also, your position is going to kind of shift in between depending on your own personal needs, right? Like, for example, somebody might be saying, hey, I need $10 million because that's my lifestyle. Whereas somebody else could say, I can live off of $20,000. It's completely based off of the lifestyle of your choice. But using some certain metrics, I went ahead and compiled this data together. I can give you guys some formulas to be able to reference as well. So if you want to try and plug in some of your own information, you can, and also use these median zones as reference points, okay? So guys, please keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. It's my own research. I highly encourage you to go do your own research. If you're new to my channel, please do not forget to hit subscribe. Hit the thumbs up like button. It helps us out with the YouTube search algorithm. Click the bell icon so that you know whenever we get a new video. If you find this video helpful, definitely feel free to share it. And yeah, I'm on Twitter at CryptoAtlasYT. With that being said, let's go ahead and get right on into everything. So first off, when you're talking about retirement, a lot of people are looking at funds that are going to help them out for the rest of their life. So what is the life expectancy right now? It's basically on track according to data. I know this is slightly outdated, so please keep that in mind. It's from 2019, but from identifying off of this chart here, we can see that at the high peak, it's about 85 years old. The standard for the world is more around 75, but the highest peak is pushing around 85. So I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, maybe we'll continue to evolve and the standard will improve over time. And, you know, I'm hoping that everyone has a nice, healthy life. So let's go ahead and use 85 as the basis point. In addition to that, we also have some median zones of what kind of income that people have, right? So I'm going to be using the middle class or the middle income range, and I'm literally taking it into the middle position. So the way that I did that is very simple. What I did is I took the high position and I subtracted the lowest position that gave me right in the middle. So I'm going to be referencing for this demo people that are individuals as well as up to 4 people. So as you guys can see on the chart here, it goes up to 4 people. Okay, so you got median ranges of 103,200 on the high down to 34,400, and then the other instance is going to be the 181,496 minus the 60,499. So moving on. Now, this is a goal, once again, for people that are going to be living towards the age of 85. Let's say you're 25 years of age, and you have a mentality where you're trying to be able to earn, I'm going to go ahead and move my webcam up to the top here. You're trying to earn $1 million, right? You think, hey, can I retire at the age of 25 if I hit $1 million? So over the course of the next 60 years, and remember, this is not including taxes, inflation rates, all that other good stuff. So that would mean that you're making about $16,666 a year, right? Over the next 60 years, that's your budget. So think about your standard of living, maybe whatever kind of a job that you're making, if you remember what your taxes were, etc. If you're 25 years of age and your goal was to live off of $1 million, you got to that point, boom, you're good right now, right? You're only going to be able to spend an average of $16,666 a year, which if you guys remember the chart that we just showed you a minute ago, which I'll go ahead and show you real quick anyways. If you take a look at this, that would put you in the lower income range. I mean, you would be quite considerably in the lower income range. So is it that feasible? It's possible, but you know, again, what is your standard of living? So now if we take the single person middle income, that's going to be about $68,800. Again, I took the highest position that's according to the data and the lowest position, I subtracted the two. So right in the middle, we're looking at $68,800 a year. If you're a single person, again, referencing, if you're a single person and you think $68,800 a year, every year for the rest of your life, you would be totally fine. Well, there you go. Okay, over the course of 60 years, you're going to need to have amassed $4,128,000 by the age of 25, right? Like literally, if you wanted to retire right now, you wanted to have $68,800 a year that you could spend on whatever, you'll have to have $4,128,000 in savings right now. Okay. Now, if you're four people, excuse me, sorry, if you're taking care of, let's say, four people, you know, it's you, maybe you're also paying for your wife, you're also paying for two kids, or you're paying for three kids, whatever. So at this point in time, that means that you're going to need to have more money. So the median income for that position, we're looking at $120,997. If you multiply that times the 60 years, that comes out to $7,259,820. And this does all reflect back into SafeMoon. I'm going to clarify this, but let's look at the actual dollar values, and then we'll look at how much SafeMoon that's required, okay? So looking at this, for the age of 25, you're once again from just a single person, that's going to be $4,128,000. If it's four people, that's $7,259,820. Now let's go ahead and move on. Let's say you're considered to be like middle-aged, right? Middle-aged is people reference when you hit 40 years of age, which, using our example of 85, is pretty close to that middle range position, right? So again, let's say you're 40 years old and you're saying, hey, I want to push for $1 million. Well, in that regards, you got 45 years left. That comes out to $22,222 a year. Again, extremely low off of that spectrum that we were looking at on the charts, right? So in this regards, a single person's middle income is averaged out to $68,800, as mentioned before. And 45 years, that's going to be $3,096,000. I'm stuttering a little bit. I'll try to slow down my talking a little bit, and hopefully that will help. Sorry about that, guys. Now, if you have four people, 45 years, that's going to be $5,444,865. We'll go ahead and move on. In this last example, I'll reference, say, somebody that's 60 years old, still aiming for $1 million. At that point in time, do you think that's enough? You're going to have about $40,000 a year that you could work off of. If you work on a middle class position, that's going to be $1,720,000 over the next 25 years that you'll need to have amassed. If it's for four people at the age of 60, then that's going to be $3,024,925. Please also keep in mind that by the age of 60, more than likely, you had a wife. If you've had a couple kids, your kids have probably grown up. Maybe they've already gone through college and there's no more additional assistance that's needed for them. So then it primarily comes back to either a one or a two person based variable. So you can take the one person variable and the prices that I showed you in the four person variable and use that space in between to kind of gauge yourself a little bit more, right? We're giving you some of the basic examples to reference off of for this, and hopefully it is helpful for you guys. So that's what we have as far as for those main age groups. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of the metrics here, right? A lot of people have been speculating that SafeMoon looks very probable that it could move up to 1 cent. I've made not one, but two different videos where I show, using empirical data, the different market spaces that SafeMoon is actually working into, that being the exchanges, the NFT exchanges, the empirical data that I'm providing in that video, those videos, also identifies where they're currently at, where they're projected to grow, what kind of percentages that SafeMoon could potentially reflect back into as a company. And that adoption also means that there's more usage of SafeMoon, which also means more burning, and more burning means that the price is able to go up higher. So 1 cent, I think, and many other people think, is a very realistic long-term goal. I think that $1 is very feasible, as I just mentioned. But let's go ahead and reference the 1 cent position. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move my webcam over once again. So for the dollars needed, as we mentioned before, this is in regards to if you're a single individual. Everything is listed up here. I don't need to refer to that again. Now, the SafeMoon needed is what the dollar amount of value that you need and divide that by your goal amount. So in this goal amount, we're projecting trying to reach 1 cent, right? So for example, this would be $4,128,000 divided by 0.01. And by doing that, that's actually going to give you 412,800,000 of the SafeMoon that's needed. So you can reverse that as well, right? So you can say, hey, if I have 412,800,000 SafeMoon and I multiply that times a 1 cent dollar amount, how many dollars do I actually have? And your dollar amount would be $4,128,000, right? So if you're wanting to just kind of skip the line, because remember, with SafeMoon, there's reflections. But also remember that if down the line they start changing mechanics like the burn rate, I don't know if the reflections is going to be something that they ever get rid of. But I'm just saying, like right now, if you had a definitive goal to work towards and you're just saying, hey, I hit the goal, I already know I'm good. This is what I'm giving you guys, okay? So please keep that in mind. So 412,800,000 SafeMoon needed by the age of 25. By age 40, you would need 309,600,000. By age 60, you need 172 million. And at the highest price point as of the time of me making this video, it's referenced at, there's 4 0 positions and then 1 2, right? So I'm going to go ahead and use that as an example here. So at that current price, how much dollars would you need to invest in today to have this fully secure on the path, going towards 1 cent? Again, not including reflections, because over time your reflections will add to your total. Plus also keep in mind that there's that transaction fee. But if you get to the instance where you're only spending your SafeMoon using the card, those fees have just been announced that they're not going to be 10%. It's just going to be standard card fees, right? So please keep that in mind. So if we take a look at this, at age 25, you would need to put in just a little under $5,000. This would be $4,953.60. At age 40, you need to put in about $3,715.20. And by age 60, this is $2,064. This is again referencing if you are a single individual. Now, I went ahead and I compiled the data. Same thing, but if there's 4 people, right? So if it's a household of 4 that you're trying to provide for using the same data that we had before, what you're going to be looking at is the following information. And in short, at the highest point that we've had so far for the SafeMoon price, we're lower as of me making this video. So the highest point that we've had at age 25, you need to put in about $8,711.78. Age 40, it's going to be $6,533.83. At age 60, it's going to be about $3,629.91. If you can get it at a lower price point, instead of it being the 4 zeros and the 1 2, then that means it's going to require less money to actually be able to get the same amount of SafeMoon. So there's your projected amounts that you're going to need in order to hit those dollar values without reflections and everything else that I had mentioned, okay? So in conclusion, if you're curious about what your reflections are, there's another YouTuber who made a really good video breakdown on it. A lot of people have talked about it. A lot of people have shared it before. It's this right here. It's by SafeMoon Mark, okay? And that video is titled SafeMoon Tokenomics Math Explained, Mathematical Analysis plus Logical Price Prediction. So it's a lot more math-based than what it is that I'm providing in regards to the reflections, right? But in case you're curious, the short version of it is that your reflections are based on 2 different factors. Those are going to be your volume and the number of SafeMoon that you actually own. And the formula that you can identify to see how much reflections that you're getting per day is 0.05, because that's 5% of the transactional volume, right? Times the volume, times the number of SafeMoon that you own, divided by 1 quadrillion, because the 1 quadrillion is the initial starting total supply that's happened. There's the burn wallet and everyone else has their own amounts, but here's the formula for that. So also, to just kind of summarize once again, for one person, the SafeMoon that you're going to need at age 25 is 412,800,000. Age 40, 309,600,000. Age 60 is 172 million. For 4 people, you're going to need 725,982,000 SafeMoon at the age of 25. Age 40 is 544,486,500. Age 60 is going to be 302,492,500. So reflections, because we are so early right now, the volume is quite low as of recent with some of the impacts of what's going on with Bitcoin. When the market starts to rally back up, keep in mind that the lower the price that we're at, the more burning that there is, and the more burning that takes place, that means there's less coins in circulation, which means the price can move faster. And so if you get in early, you get rewarded more than other people, right? You have to spend less money to be able to get in on this opportunity. So where you kind of fit in this role is up to you. That 0.0012 that I referenced here just a minute ago, right? I'll go and pull that up once again. The 4 zeros and then the 1, 2, right? If it even goes higher than that and you're watching this video, all you have to do to figure out how much SafeMoon, right, dollars wise that you need to do is going to be take that current price times the amount of SafeMoon that you know that you need based on your age group, and that will give you your dollar amount. And that's it. So guys, hopefully this video was helpful for you. Once again, if you're new, please don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button, click the bell icon, share the video if you think it's going to be helpful for other people. I do have referral links for a bunch of cryptocurrency and stock stuff. So if you guys want to get free crypto, there's Coinbase, Gemini, BlockFi, Robinhood, Webull for the stocks. All the links are in the description. With BlockFi, you can earn up to $250 in bonus crypto. So I think that's pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And thank you guys so much for being here, being a part of the community. Hopefully I see you on Twitter as well, and I will see you in the next episode.